All right, so had some fights last night. I'll get to Pacheco and so-called Nelson in a minute in that fight card, but let's talk about this upcoming week schedule. So Saturday we got the big PBC card: Benavidez Morel, uh, Figueroa versus Fulton on the undercard, and let me see who else on the undercard. Actually, I just looked at it, but it slipped my mind. I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, Esop Cruz is on the undercard. Okay, so Esop Cruz is on the undercard of that. Figueroa, Fulton too, and then Benavidez Morel, which should be an exciting fight. Here's why I brought this up though. Sunday night, Claressa Shields fights, uh, I believe on DAZN. Yeah, it's on DAZN. It's in her hometown, Flint, Michigan. I know it's cold up there in Flint right now, boy. No, thank you, man. Listen, I'd have been over. It gets cold in like New York, Philly, Jersey, and all that. But it's a different cold in that like Michigan, Chicago, that lake effect that y'all be getting up there, man. Forget that. It'd be cold in Michigan. Man, it'd be cold. It'd be beautiful in the summertime, but in the wintertime, it'd be cold up that bad boy. So that's all I want to do before I got in Pacheco versus so-called Nelson card. I just want everybody to remember this two days in a row, and it won't interfere with the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl is not till the next Sunday, and then after that, it's either a week or 2 weeks. The 14th, I believe, Keyshawn fights for a title first. I think it's yes, Barinchik. So, all right. So Ernesto Mercado. Let's talk about his uncle though. Tito Mercado, I believe his name is. No, Tito is his nickname, the younger one. But Israel Mercado, I think, or Israel Mercado, the uncle. He put on a hell of a performance, and a lot of people thought he beat a fighter that was trained by the great Robert Garcia. So that was a fun fight. The Ernesto Mercado versus Jose Pedraza. I hope Pedraza hangs it up, man. I love Jose Pedraza. He gave us some great fights. He's fought Tank Davis, Keyshawn Davis, so many names you can name. I hope somebody gets him a commentating job or a job in boxing. I think it's time for Pedraza to hang it up, man. The last fight he had was a year ago when he was on the undercard of T.O. Jermaine Ortiz. So I really hope, you know, Pedraza, go ahead and, remembers that he was a title holder. He was a champion at one time. He's had a good boxing career. A lot of people box don't get a daggone championship. So I really hope he hangs it up and he moves on. Good test for Ernesto Mercado, the young one. But the funniest part of this fight was afterwards when he was talking trash to Shakur Stevenson and calling him a pussy and a punk and all this other stuff. That had me crying. That would be a good fight. Um, I would love to see that fight in the future, Mercado versus Shakur, because he got some power and Shakur likes to stick and move. Now, after the Andy Cruz fight, y'all remember Salcedo? He's the guy who beat what's my man with the Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert. He beat him, and then he got the fight versus Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz did his thing. Um, it did go 12 rounds, but Andy Cruz did do his thing. He got the win. Now, afterwards, he shook hands with Shakur, but Keyshawn kind of gave him a BS handshake. So he's out of boots in his gym. So we'll see if that goes anywhere in the future. That would be great to see that fight in the future. Another good future fight. Main event. Everybody I've talked to, people all over social media, everybody has a different level of respect for So Cold Nelson's chin now. So Cold Nelson, he went that 12th round, cut on his eye partially, damaged, you know, beat up, whatever, and he gave it his all. And he connected on some shots I didn't think he could connect on to a taller, longer, younger, lengthier, healthy prospect. And Pacheco got the win. I didn't like the scorecards. I don't know if most people thought 117. Let's say this: Pacheco won because I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, you think?" No, Pacheco clearly won. Let's get that part out the way. But um, I don't think it was that wide. So Cold came out the first 2 or 3 rounds, and he had Pacheco out his game plan. But then Pacheco got in rhythm and kind of figured him out, and he started countering, started hitting with those sneaky uppercuts, using his length with his arms, hitting with some great shots. Uh, but So Cold kept coming forward, kept on swinging, and he hit Pacheco with some very strong, good shots. But in the end, it wasn't good enough. Um, I thought what Nelson did in that 12th round, if he could have did that 10, 11, and 12, he definitely could have made it a little more interesting. But I have no complaints. Um, he put on an excellent, performance. It was a fun, fight. All three fights were fun. Shoot four, the two Mercado, uh, the family, the uncle and the prospect, daggone Andy Cruz, versus Salcedo, and the main event. So that was a fun fight night. I appreciate DAZN for that. Now, moving forward, we'll see how fun this weekend is. Like I said before, we got two Friday and Saturday. Excuse me, Saturday and Sunday. Nothing on Friday. That's where I miss all those damn show boxes, man. I miss Friday night show boxes and little stuff like that. Um, that's all I got, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. February is finally starting to heat up. 2 weeks, Keyshawn. I believe the week after that is the Better Beef and all that rematch. That's a stat card. And then I believe fights. Catterall fights somebody, and then Regis Prograis fights somebody, I believe, soon too. But I don't. Prograis may be March, but it's some fights in February. I'll keep y'all updated throughout the weeks. Peace, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Pacheco versus Nelson, the Mercado family doing their thing. Also Andy Cruz. Peace.